We have waited as a fan base, as Manchester United fans, for a positive update for what seems a lifetime in this transfer window. Could we be about to get it with Emi Martinez potentially being Manchester United's new #1 goalkeeper next season? Updates on him, updates on Garnacho, updates on Bryan Mbeumo, all in this lunchtime update show here on Forever United TV, everybody. Get into the comment section and let me know what you think about all of these reports that I'm going to run through right now. And we have to start with Emi Martinez because this has gathered momentum from last night's show when we reported it originally that United are now in for Emi Martinez properly, to this morning show where we're talking about more reports coming out, and now even more coming out about a fee, what Ruben has said, and what Martinez himself has put out there. Now, Emi Martinez, according to the Argentinian sources, have said, and the report says, that Emi Martinez values the historical stature of Manchester United above playing European football next season. He wants to see himself in a Manchester United shirt. He sees this as an historical moment in his career, a landmark moment in his actual playing career, and wants to move to Manchester United. So we've already known this. We've already known that Martinez, from previous reports earlier in this window, we already know that he wants to come to Manchester United. So what's changed from that? Like, the player wants to come, but if Villa are not going to sell him, then no need to even get into it. That was something that everybody was just putting aside because we know we haven't got a lot of money and we know that Villa are going to play hardball. Well, Manchester United are apparently readying a bid in the region of 22 million quid. 25 million euros is the report coming out here. How is that possible? Are Villa looking to actually get rid of Emi Martinez on the cheap now? So we thought it was 40 million. Now, that's the price that Villa have started at. United, and according to the reports, are confident that a deal can be got at and got done, finished, for around the 25 million mark. Maybe there will be add-ons taking this to a certain number, as in getting closer to 30 million or something like that. But for the age that he is, Manchester United obviously have a bargaining tool there. Villa want to get rid of, and to be honest, you're not going to get much more for a keeper of that age. So realistically, this is a move for Ruben Amorim, and he is the one driving this. And there are more reports coming out saying that Ruben Amorim has given the green light to this and has told the Manchester United board to go ahead and make Emi Martinez the #1 goalkeeper for next season. Now, that could be elaborated. That could have been just put out there for a bit of extra clicks or whatnot. But again, like, we have heard about Diogo Costa, we have heard about John Victor, we've heard about all of these goalkeepers United might be interested in, but there has been one that has stood the test of time in terms of lasting out this window, and that has always been Martinez. And this, I think, now is key in all of this, because there is another update. I'm just going to read through the updates that have come out from TN Deportivo, another South American publication which is reporting this. So this reads, Manchester United are prepared to pay around 25 million euros to sign Emiliano Martinez. Ruben Amorim sees the goalkeeper as a key part of his plans to reshape the team next season. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have announced the signing of 34-year-old goalkeeper Marco Bizot from French club Brest. For now, Bizot is expected to be Martinez's backup, but should the Argentine depart, he should and would step into the starting role at Villa. Interesting. Manchester United ready to bid 22 million quid for Emiliano Martinez, and Villa have already got a replacement in place ready to go. So are Villa preparing for the exit? Why have these talks all of a sudden accelerated to the point that we're seeing all of these reports coming out? Different sources throughout of South America now. A lot going on, a lot being said about this. Just reading through what we were speaking about this morning as well. And it is the other one. This has come from La Nacion. I think this again, another different South American website and publication, saying Emiliano Martinez, like I said before, values the historic stature of Manchester United over playing European football next season. He sees a move to United as a major milestone in his career. Ruben Amorim has personally requested that Manchester United sign Martinez. Aston Villa are open to negotiating the deal as a gesture of appreciation and respect for the goalkeeper. So as a gesture of respect and appreciation for the goalkeeper. I think that also is key. If Villa are open to this, to negotiation, Martinez wants the move to happen. United are willing to put Martinez at the top of their priority list because we've got other deals going on, obviously. This is really important moving forward now for Manchester United. So that is where we're up to with Martinez. This is gathering momentum big time now. Could that be because, like we said last night, the Daily Mail, Simon Jones came out and talked about Garnacho. Now, we've just seen all of a sudden Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail come out and say that Aston Villa have registered an interest in Alejandro Garnacho. United are not expected to receive the £70 million fee that they wanted at the start of the window, but but Villa, Tottenham and Chelsea are all interested in Garnacho and are monitoring the situation. Now, as this drives on towards the back end of this transfer window, you would expect there to be some form of drop-off from Manchester United in their expectations and what they're demanding for Alejandro Garnacho. Now, this is what the other clubs are hoping is happening. Could Manchester United push this deal towards Villa? We spoke about this earlier on. Could this be a case of United getting one deal done and another going the other way? Could it be two birds with one stone? Obviously, the valuation of Garnacho is a lot more than what Emi Martinez is. And we mentioned this earlier on as well in the live show, that could it be that United do a certain deal for Aston Villa if they do a certain deal for us with Emi Martinez? He wants a good goalkeeper, Ruben Amorim. I think he's made this very, very clear. And now all of the signs are going down this road. Maybe this means that we haven't got our top targets as a striker and we're going to put the money into a goalkeeper and then maybe loan a striker or take a lower option as in a free agent in a striker. I don't know. I'm just, again, like every other fan, just looking at what might actually be happening here with Manchester United and putting two and two together. But I do believe there has to be some form of link with Garnacho and Emi Martinez and where this is actually going. So let's see what happens here with this one. And I got a feeling we're going to be updating you on this later on today as well. So stay tuned for this as well. Make sure you have that subscribe button and give the video a like if you're loving the content as well. Quickly on the Bryan Mbeumo situation, the bid for Omari Hutchinson from Brentford has been rejected. Apparently Brentford, this hard negotiating team that they're acting in this Bryan Mbeumo situation against United, have missed their buyout clause. They've missed the actual deadline for taking him for 35 million. So rejected outright. Now Brentford are going to have to go in for another bid. Taste of their own medicine. We will see and how this develops, if it affects the Bryan Mbeumo situation with Manchester United, of course. But on the Bryan Mbeumo situation, again, more journalists coming out. This time, MEN's Samuel Luckhurst on this one, saying that Manchester United are pushing to sign Bryan Mbeumo for the US pre-season tour after Brentford rejected two bids, including one over 60 million. United insist on negotiating a reasonable price. Talk stalled due to Keith Andrews replacing Thomas Frank, despite progress last month. Looker saying that the reason behind the delay is because Keith Andrews came in and they changed the manager over. I don't see how this stops Manchester United and Brentford negotiating. I think that's crap. But he also says here, Samuel Luckhurst, that Manchester United want it done for the tour, and even if it goes into next week, Bryan Mbeumo will fly out during the 12-day tour of the United States also. So, again, it's going to be a case of they want him on that tour no matter what. Something's going to have to give on the Bryan Mbeumo situation. And surely, even after what David Ornstein said the other day when this was nowhere near, one of these two clubs right now has to come out and make a move on this, accept something so that both clubs can come to the table again and get this moving quickly. Everything is set up ready for Bryan Mbeumo to move to Manchester United. The medicals, as we know about, and everything like that were all ready to go last time. So as soon as Brentford give in, or Manchester United buckle on the price and maybe pay a bit more, we will see something happen with Bryan Mbeumo. But it looks like Emi Martinez could be the next one in after Mbeumo. If going off what these reports are saying, I think we could be seeing a new number one goalkeeper. Tell me how excited you are about that. Is that a needs must? That's the main question I'm asking in this video. Should United be prioritising the goalkeeper as our next signing? It looks like it's gathering momentum and nobody's shutting it down yet either, which is very interesting. You would usually get one of the British journalists coming out at this point saying this isn't true. Not happened yet. Let's see what comes. But get in the comments and let me know. Give this video a like if you're loving the updates and the shows. As always, thank you for your appreciation and your support on the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you all in a later update live.